Hello, everyone. I hope you're enjoying the winter wonderland outside today. Personally, I'm not a fan of snow or winter for that matter, but I guess we couldn't escape it this year living in the Northeast. Before I review the assignments for this week, I'd like to take a moment to commend you for your wonderful work in the course, especially on the discussion board. Every week, I look forward to reading your main posts and replies, learning about your interpretations of the readings, and getting a glimpse into your minds as we work together to understand the text better. For instance, for discussion forum number 4, many of you realized that poets can use multiple poetic devices together in a single line, and others noted that poets can use the same device to create different themes and rich meanings in their poems. So keep up your excellent work on the discussion board and keep up your great work in the course. For this week, we'll take our critical reading and writing journey further, beginning our first formal writing assignment of the course, the literary analysis essay. First, be sure to review the essay's instructions. The instructions are split into 3 sections and include relevant links and supplementary materials to aid your writing of the essay. So this essay is worth 100 points and it's due on March 17th. The first section of the instructions is called Purpose. This section tells you the knowledge and skills that you will gain after writing the literary analysis. The next section is called Task. This section reviews the steps that you will take to write this essay. And it also outlines what the essay will be about. So for this assignment, you will write a 2-page literary analysis examining the ways in which one poet uses 2 poetic devices to convey the logos or deeper meaning of one poem. The thesis or main claim of your essay should answer the questions: what poetic devices will you analyze, and what logos or deeper meaning does the poet convey with the poetic devices? And to complete the essay, again, we have the 12 steps outlined here. And the first step is to choose one poem from the reading list. And I include also the links for the poems. These are poems that you read and wrote about already. Then to choose 2 poetic devices from the list of poetic devices attached here. The third step is to return to your discussion forum number 4 post. This forum is open for you to review and other assignments that may help you with this essay, such as your figurative language activity and your imitate this activity, as well as your notes on the poems. Then you'll view the videos, essay, the introduction, and the meal paragraph, which we'll talk more about for quiz number 5. The 5th step is to practice providing peer feedback by participating in the feedback practice activity, which we'll talk more about as well. Then you will participate in discussion forum 5. And there are other steps here as well for you to take a look at. All the steps leading up to your submission of the final draft in a link called Turn It In. The 3rd section talks about the criteria for success. Part 1 is the criteria. Writing an effective literary analysis involves the consideration of these 7 criteria, and I include a rubric, which is what I will use when I grade your essay. Part 2 of Section 3, Criteria for Success, looks at learning and implementing the criteria, and it includes links and supplementary material on the MLA format to help you when writing this essay. Part 3 also includes links for extra guidance for success, focusing on our CTAS visit, which I will talk more about a little bit later in this video, and links to the CTAS Writing Center. There's also a sample literary analysis essay here as well. Part 4 looks at late submissions and revisions. So late submissions of the final draft will be accepted up until 2 weeks past the due date and will be subjected to a late penalty. For each week the essay is past due, a 5% grade deduction will be applied. If you experience technical difficulties while submitting your final draft to Turn It In, email me immediately, including a copy of your final draft as a Word or Google Doc attachment. If you are struggling with the assignment, let me know before the revision deadlines or the final draft's due date, and we'll work together to ensure a successful completion of the essay. And finally, if you are unhappy with your final grade, you may revise your essay for a new grade within 1 week after the essay has been returned to you. If you want to submit a revision, email me as soon as possible so we may discuss your next step. So please again review the instructions for this essay. Next, you'll submit quiz number 5, in which you'll watch 3 videos. The first video on the essay itself, what a literary analysis essay is and what it entails you to do. Next is the introduction, how you can write an introductory paragraph for this essay. And the next video is the meal paragraph, which reviews how you can organize the body paragraphs of a literary analysis essay. You'll answer these 5 questions by the end of the day on March 1st. Next, you'll participate in activity number 5, feedback practice. So constructive criticism is essential for writers. Effective feedback guides writers during the revision process, encouraging them to focus on critical issues of content and structure. Because many of us may struggle with providing effective feedback to our peers, we will first practice with a sample introductory paragraph. So for this activity, you'll follow these 3 steps first. Then you'll review the sample introductory paragraph from a peer who is not in our class. And then you'll respond to these 5 critical feedback questions. And this activity is due by the end of the day on March 1st. Lastly, you'll participate in discussion forum number 5. After viewing the videos on composing a literary analysis, submitting quiz 5 and activity 5, and viewing the sample student essay, write your introduction to the literary analysis essay and share it in this forum. When replying to your peer, first be sure to complete activity 5, that feedback practice activity. Then you'll provide critical feedback to one of your peers' introductory paragraphs. Try to choose a peer who does not have any peer feedback. And in your reply, you'll respond to these 5 questions. Post your introductory paragraph by the end of the day on March 2nd. And reply to your peer's introductory paragraph by the end of the day on March 3rd. There are also 2 extra credit options. You can complete one option or both options. The choice is yours. Both options look at what we call sentence boundary errors. The first option focuses on comma splices, and the second option focuses on fragments. Both options are due by the end of the day on March 3rd. Next week, for week 7, we will work with tutors in the Center for Tutoring and Academic Services, or CTAS, during a virtual tutoring session on March 10th from 1 to 2 p.m. There will be 2 alternative sessions in case you can't make this session. The first alternative session will be on March 9th from 3 to 4 p.m. And the second alternative session will be on March 8th from 1 to 2 p.m. So be sure to make any necessary arrangements to attend this mandatory virtual session. If you have any questions or concerns about the essay, you may post them in the class questions forum. Of course, you may also email me, or you can stop by during my virtual office hour this week on Thursday from 12 to 1 p.m. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and stay warm and dry. Bye for now.